Yeah, my name is Comrade Ayoade Ibrahim, the NUPABW president. I want to talk about the Lagos State calm down of Uber driver and partners. It's very unfair from the Lagos State government to start to impound our car and asking for operation license that Uber and Bolt supposed to have paid to state government. We know that this thing will happen. That's why we approached the state government last year. And we wrote a letter. The first letter we wrote to the state government, Lagos State government, is on the 28/6 of 2018 to explain to them what they're supposed to do to Uber, to Bolt, so that the government can get their revenue from them with ease. And we did not see any result. We wrote another letter, which is on the 3/7/2018, and we talked to them and we told them a lot of things. When we wrote this letter, we wrote about 5 letters. The third one we wrote is on the 2nd of April 2019. And then we still wrote another one, which is the 4th one, on the 25/10/2019. We wrote 2 letters 2018, we wrote 2 letters 2019 to explain to them. 2019, we are called for a meeting at the former Commissioner of Transportation's office in respect to Ladi Lansing. And he tried for us by then, and we meet with the director of PST, Mr. Olubumi, which is retired now. And we explained to them, they asked us to write how our operation is being done, which we told them, and they asked us that our members should start to comply with the rule and regulation of the state government. And we did not even, we tried to comply by then. Since 2016, according to the Lagos State government, the Uber is not paying the operation license of the drivers that are working for them and the necessary things that they're supposed to have do. I could reconnect when the Lagos State called for a stakeholder meeting on the regulation of transportation industry. I was at that hall in Secretariat. I was that meeting in that Secretariat, which former Commissioner of Transportation organized. He make it clear to us that day that Uber is not comply. If Uber is not comply with the state government rules since 2016, and then we, as an operator, as a stakeholder, as a union, we approach the government since 2018 to see the way we can be able to pen down the Uber, and the government did not do anything about it. Is that our fault? It's not our fault. We are not force enforcer. We are working with these people. We partner with them. It's the responsibility of the state governments to pen them down. When we have already explained to them, and when we had a meeting with the commissioner, he told us that he's ready to help us and put everything in shape. But you know Nigeria, there's no continuity. I believe by now, the current government is supposed to have opened our books or open our file or dust it where they kept it and begin to do something about it before they begin to. It's very logical. When you cannot fight Uber, that is a foreign company, and you now begin to fight your citizen that voted into office. We are law abiding citizen of this state and the country in general. We voted most of our leaders into their office, but to leave their responsibility and begin to come road to adjust their responsibility is what is not good. Most of us that we drove Uber and Taxify in this country today, as the result of the failure of the government, that's why we are doing this job. Most of us are graduates, the masters, the professionals, and what have you. But we take a destiny in our hand. We bought our cars and we partner with these people. Is it our responsibility again to now go and paint Uber down for the Lagos state government? And you now say that you cannot hold the Uber, you begin to hold us on the road. The matter is very simple. As we are already explained, and we still continue to explain to the Lagos state government and the federal government, if they are care to listen. We have submitted a letter of our operation to Lagos state government. We submit it in their regulation, transportation regulation meeting they did last year. We told them how this thing needs to be done. But if they refuse to do that, and they begin to, put us to problem and begin to extort us and begin to collect money that we don't even have, is a very, very irresponsibility of any government to do that. You need to provide job for us. If you feel that matter, it's our responsibility as a driver partner on Uber or Taxify to be chase Uber for you before you can get your money since 2016. Most of even the people that you are arresting on the road today, they are not even there since 2016. The first thing remains that we have to put things in order. As far as this country is concerned, government has their responsibility, citizen has their responsibility. We as a driver partner on Uber, we have our responsibility which we are not signing away with. Let them leave all this wahala of the road out of the way. We will tell them what they need to do, and they will get their money with ease. Even with this one, they create problem for the government, for the state government finance. How can you be saying you should be arrest us on the road and you should go and take operation license? Yes, we know that Lagos state has the commercial policy that they are implement. Yes, we know. But if you look at our operation is very, very different to other systems. Even globally, last week, all the 23 countries all over the world, they gather at UK to fashion out how the app-based transport workers needs to come together. We have been organizing all over the world. Why Nigeria will not be able to align themselves for what is going on outside the world? What the Lagos state government needs to do is this. It's very, very simple. We give Uber 25% as a commission. And you said that we need to get operation license, we need to get AKE permits, and we need to get lastry. We did not shine away with our responsibility according to the law of Lagos State commercial vehicle. But what we are saying is this: let's streamline everything. Take this thing out of the road and put it into the app. We are getting 25%. Uber is getting 25% commission. Each of the trip we went, Uber is getting 25%. Why can Lagos State call Uber and tell them that out of that 25% they are collecting from our trip, 2% will be going to the state government. State government will be using 2% for the driver on your platform as our operation license. Although we can still get permit by ourselves and the lastry by ourselves. We are even be compliant. Half of us have already get the lastry and the AKE permits. And the operation license, why can't you just tell the Uber that out of the 25% that you are collecting from the driver partner on their trips, the 2% is for the government there. 2% is for the government there. Maybe another 1% is to go to the tax of all the driver that is on their platform. Out of that 25% is our money, is the driver money. 25% we pay is our money. Is our money because we pay them as their commission through the work we did. Why can't we streamline things? And with this, you have take over problem from the road and you put it where it's supposed to. Then why can't you streamline things in a way that things will look better? Must you be taking the VIO to the road to be pursued driver up and down at this age of technology. I could reconnect the day we have a meeting with FAIRS in Alausa there. The head of FAIRS, all in Lagos State, they are on that meeting that day. They told us that, look, if you want to find you out as a Uber driver, we don't need to be pursuing you up and down. In fact, if you pass a Lagos State Governor's Road today and your vehicle is expired, the system will capture it and they will send a text message to that person. So why can't we use technology to fight this battle? Must we enter the road and begin to fight ourselves? A lot of people are burnt tired because of the ban of Okada. And we are graduates. That's why we are using the means. That's why we are using the means to tell the government. And that's why we are using the technology to relate back to the government. They need to do something. Please, issue of license. And you make it clear to us that issue of license is not our problem. Uber problem is the boat problem. Out of 25% Uber take from us, please, government should streamline its system and tell Uber to be giving them any percentage they need there. The same thing, boat is collecting 20%. Government should fasten out how they will get that money from them, because that money is our own money. It's the money that we sweat for on the road, and they remove it at their own commission. If you have good government in this country, in Colombia, they send away those app companies that they don't abide to the rule. What are the rules and regulations they sent for the industry in this of our country? Why can't they use that a percentage we are giving to them to knock off any money that the driver is supposed to have paid? Now you give the tout opportunity to get us on the road. Now you give unauthorized enforcer to be instructor for the road. Somebody will tell us that operator license is 120. Somebody will tell you it's 150, and they extol us up and down. This thing encourage fraud. Put everything on a map. We are not working on the road. We are working with technology. Deal with us with technology that we are working with. Call us as a stakeholder. Call Uber. Let the representative of government be there. We have been explaining these things. We have wrote a lot of letter. We will tell them how the state government will collect their money from Uber through the app. And and all these things will be okay. Okay, we have about 9,000 drivers in the platform of Uber alone. Now, that 9,000 naira and that 9,000 drivers can be able to pay whatever they want to pay through app. We just set it as a percentage. Let's work at the modality. How many percentage we go for our operation license? How much percentage we go? And as we are going in trip by trip, the money will be going, and the government can account for the money they collect from us. All the money they collect from us now, they cannot account for it. Because we know that all the money they collect from us on the road cannot go to the government post. And that's what we are fighting against. Deal with us with technology. We are dealing with technology. This is the era of technology. Harmonize everything to technology. Give us app. And that app will give us whatever you say. Or you call Uber. You call 35. You call us too as a stakeholder. We have union that we are noising now. We have union. We have National Union of Professional E&A Driver Partners, affiliated with Trade Union Congress of Nigeria. We are trying to nurse our union. We are trying to stand our union. And then we have started. And we are trying to bring ourselves together. And that's what we are saying. Deal with us as a stakeholder. Call us as a stakeholder. We tell you how you get your money from the Uber 24 hours. If it's not happen, we have wrote a lot of letters, they will do this. You did not call us, and you are not just miss us with stout on the road, with miscreant on the road. We don't even know which one is genuine agents of the government, which one is not genuine agents of the government. What we are saying here is this. Most of us are educated. We have very intelligent people in the industry. You should not treat us like we don't know what we are doing. Most of us are graduates. Most of us, we are even more qualified than many people that is leading us in this country. So we are not mumus. Take our problem out of the road. Take it to the technology we are using. We want you to alert with Uber and let Uber give you percentage out of the trip we are doing. Gradually, we pay for our license, and they call us as a stakeholder and let us use. And this one will even help the government for accountability. So you can profile, you can audit how many driver is on the platform of Uber, how many driver is on the platform of both. With that, we know how much is going to the government. We too can be proud of that money we are paying is going to the purse of the government. But with this the method that government is using now, they are trying to exploit us, and the government are open up for the fraud. Because when you are dealing with cash, let everything go to cashless. We want a cashless method of collecting this money from us. And how do we go cashless? Ally with Uber, ally with Bolt, let them come out. The percentage they are collecting, 25% the Uber is collecting from us is outside. Is outside. So out of that 25%, let's fashion out all the money you think that we need to pay to the government out of it. I'm using this opportunity to talk directly to the state governor of this Lagos state. We are suffering. Most of us, we are suffering. We are suffering on the road because of the failure of the government. Because of the failure of government, we bought our car and we give it to the Uber. And the government begins to punish us on the road instead of streamline everything into the help we are dealing with. Our own fight is not a street fight. Governors should know that. Governments should know that. If you want to fight, we will not fight on the road the way you see people burn tire. We will collapse the system. They should be aware of that. We have engineer, we have high-tech officer among us. We will collapse the system, and the government will not be able to bear it. Why we do this? Where we do this? You say you have a policy of commercial in Lagos State, and they did not let us know the policy that you have. You did never call for any meeting. You never tell us what the government needs from us. What we see is just to impound our car. Most of the people will spend 200,000 before they get the car out. Do you know what happened? That guy that you see that paid that 200,000, it will suffer for it for 6 months. Is that the kind of government we vote for? Is that the kind of government we vote for? This is a democracy. We're supposed to hear everybody. Call us as a driver partner. Call the Uber. Call the taxify or both. Call everybody. And let everybody know its responsibility. They don't treat citizens like this. It's very bad. I'm crying not because of me. I'm crying because of my colleagues that they are suffering on the road every day. Do you know what happened to them? These guys collect a car. They collect a car. Some of them collect that car in a purchase. Some people collect a car in a rentage. That's why the fact the money we are collecting is very small. They will pay for the fuel, and you pay for the maintenance of the car. They will pay for the owner of the car 30,000 naira every week before they will now pay for some of them cannot change shirts, and they are graduates. They are struggle. They are working in the ways that they don't want to be armed robber. They don't want to be yahoo. They don't want to be a thief because they are graduates. They know what the law means, and you are treating us like this. It doesn't work in an advanced country like this. We want our government to do that this issue. I'm crying because I'm a leader there. And I know what I'm facing. I know what our people is facing. We know what everybody is going through on the road every day. To make money is not easy. To get this money is not easy. Some of them have lost their wife. Some of them have lost their road. Some did not have a house to live with. They are sleeping on their cars. And your man is still pursuing us up and down. And when they arrest us, we are talking about 200,000 naira. And for somebody that is on rentage, somebody that is on HP. We are using this, telling the government. The democracy is government of people, by the people, and for the people. Democracy is by listening. Democracy is by doing the bill of people. That's why we vote. The highest vote take the position of the leadership. Democracy is about listening to the citizens of the people. What we are saying is this. If you have any policy, we cannot allow people on the road be harassing us. Streamline everything into technology. We are dealing with technology. The language Uber driver know is technology. Deal with us in the technology. And the solution is very simple. Call us as a stakeholder. Call Uber. Call both. We will tell you how you get your money. You have more money than what you are doing now. Many people will collect money from us now. They will not give it to the government. I can assure you of that. But when you know that you have 9,000 drivers on platform of Uber, we can calculate that how much is going to the government out of it. We have 25% for God's sake. You have 20% for both for God's sake. And whoever that want to concur with that to bring out the percentage out of the percentage they are collecting from us, ban the person. Boost out the person out of the Lagos, even out of Nigeria. So what is big deal there? What is big deal there? And we are spending foul play. We are spending foul play. But we don't have a proof now. But we are spending foul play. We don't have a proof now, but we are spending foul play. Please, governors, Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, we are using this opportunity to beg you and your team. Yes, we are ready to apply, to abide by the rule and regulation of commercial in Lagos State, but knows that e-earning is different to the traditional commercial way of transportation. This is new era of networking. This transportation networking company that we are working with, anything we want to do with us, harmonize it with app. Deal with us technologically. Don't deal with us on the road. Let us sit down at round table. We will not say we want to meet with you. You may be a busy person, but select somebody that will meet us. We look at these things very well. You do not see us as the way you are seeing the ordinary, the other way of doing transportation in Lagos State. They may not give you the full right information or advice concerned to the enforcement of this law, but we can assist the government to make more money, and we can assist the government to get whatever they want. Please, we are using this opportunity to tell you that call us as stakeholder. Please, whoever, call us as a stakeholder, and we are ready to meet with the government, and all these things will be solved amicably. Thank you. God bless us.